Greetings, fellow exosuit wearers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included Volcanea, episode 14, Suit Checkpoint. Good job, you guys. What material are you standing on? Copper ore, sandstone? Okay. They blocked themselves in. Genius. Alright, did this get dug? Has not yet. But I think Glitch is heading for it now. Cool. Is that germ-free water? Good enough. So we're going to turn this into a water lock. The liquid lock, I should call it. Although, the liquid we're using will be water. And then I'm going to fill it in on the other side so that it's just pure chlorine. Did we just delete the water? I don't think we just deleted water. I thought it would just be displaced upwards and start to fill the water lock, but no, I think I just killed the water. Nothing like deleting a liquid. Accidentally, too. So all of the Atmo suits got done. Yep, all 5 Atmo suits. Sweet. How much refined copper do I have left? Let me check. Okay, so not too much. I'm going to want to smash some more copper. Because the dock itself is going to require, you know, extra copper. And then, this vent might have to move, but I'll leave it there for now. So what we're going to want is, I think we established ore scrubbers first, and then sinks. So I'll put another sink here. So I'm going to need to start breaking down this old ladder, and then routing traffic around it. This. Interestingly, the sink still works as intended when placed here. But I'm going to wait until the puddle's pumped out anyway. Alright, so there's the ore scrubbers, and they just use up chlorine. It doesn't outgas anything. It uses up chlorine to remove germs, which is the whole purpose of this chlorine capture area that we're setting up. Which is going to burn our eyes. I might want to, because it's very inefficient, to stop making frost buns. Because he runs all the way up to the frozen biome to go collect sleet wheat, which is not very functional. So let's, I'm just going to drop like a sink in here, and then put it on a 1 so we don't build it anytime soon. So then after the sinks, it's going to be the checkpoint itself. So anything traveling from left to right in this spot will have to go through the checkpoint. And let's, as was suggested, incorporate some sort of airflow catch. So I think what I'll do in this area is to have the whole thing be a catch basin. Putting mesh tile on top. Although the mesh tile does slow down, well, it doesn't speed you up like metal or plastic would, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So, I spent all the time putting down a nice floor, and now I'm removing it, because, you know, genius, right? And then everything left of that will be suit docks. Cool. I'm gonna keep filling this in, and then once that last spot is filled in, I'll dump the water in. Measure once, cut twice. Exactly. Oh, and, you know, cut thrice, actually, because these are unreachable digs now, because I'm doing them out of order. Yep. That's just how I roll. Alright, the third tank is all set to go. I'm going to hold the sludge, the sewer water, and start dumping. We are, of course, going to run out of space for our water. But, I'm not too worried about that. Why are you eating that? Oh, I guess I don't have a dining hall. So, yeah, you eat wherever you want. Oh, another glossy. Brings my gloss up to 3. I also have 450 plastic, so we sheared them again. Nice, nice, nice. I am 30 cycles away from hydrogen, so it's been 8 days, and we've lost maybe half a tank. Probably gonna run out, unless I start using up the oxygen quick. Curious if I've found any new geysers of volcanoes. I don't think I have down here. Alright, I have to, at least for now, disable the Atmodoc building because... Oh, you know, and that's actually the one spot I really wanted mesh tile. So let's put the mesh tile there as well. Because no one will be able to move to the right to do anything with that Atmodoc enabled. Because it essentially requires anyone to have a Atmo suit on from the Atmo suit storage area, moving left to right. So don't want that just yet. But I like this design. It's pretty complete. One thing it is missing, however, is its own power transformer. Because it is going to, you know, require probably the power. Can I put a water container inside the reservoir? Yes. So what I could do is I could have something like this if I wanted. I'll just quickly demo. I could put so I could have, instead of a liquid vent dumping out, I could put reservoirs to store the liquid in holding storage, and then at the end of all the reservoirs have a liquid vent, like here, that dumps it, so that there's like double water storage. I would do that if you guys voted on it. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Oh, we built that anyway? Alright. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about it, you know, just yet. So we want to wash our hands moving left to right, or right to left, rather. And the other thing I'm going to want for once we actually start to put the suits in is to have suit training so that people can actually move around in them. So this can hold up to 8, which is a pretty healthy amount of suits to go down. Oh, another glossy! Shoot! Alright, let's start incubating. And I am gonna wait, come on, copy. I'm gonna celebrate this incubator by doubling it. I might need to put this on its own grid too, we'll see. You go the other way, dump the water into the pool. Yeah, if I dump the water into the pool first, then the issue is I have to then pump it into the reservoir tanks, which then has me using more power to move more water, which is why I wouldn't do it that way. I would have the reservoir tanks, maybe controlled by automation, release water into the you know, because one thing I could do is I could do like a hydro sensor or a liquid element sensor, and sense when the water level gets low, and then release from the reservoir into the pool, if I was to redesign and improve the system. How many dupes am I planning? I really don't know. I'm not planning. This might be my last stream. That's how little I'm planning. This series happens because it wins the popular vote, or the plurality vote, every week, so I'm really not planning. For better or for worse. Okay, so as I said, we're gonna need power. Oh god, my power grid is gross. I was thinking, obviously slowly. There was like hamsters running in my head. Alright, I am going to put a heavy wet plate here. This is not very scalable, but I don't suspect that I'm going to have a ton. And, you know, now that I say that out loud, it's probably not true. But I don't suspect I'm going to have a ton of required power going down. Because for the most part, once you go down to the oil, unless you have other projects, pretty much all you do is really pump the oil into your base to process. So, there's not a lot of stuff that you need to do below this line for power-wise. Give me some salt water. Make sure that we're not dumping salt water into our... No, we're not. Cool. A hydrate. Cheers. The chlorine is ready, so let's go ahead and get a... You know what? I'll put salt water here. I have salt water. So I might as well use salt water in the water locks, because I don't have a desalinator, and I don't plan on building one anytime soon. So we'll dump salt water here to have our first saltwater lock, and then we'll start tapping the chlorine. So the other thing I'm going to need is some way to get this chlorine down to the ore scrubbers, which is easier said than done. Trying to make some decisions here to do it the least destructive way possible. That'll probably work. I could do a bottler and a release, but I'd rather just have it, you know, piped in. Oh, wow. That was way faster than I thought. Neat. And then another very easy thing to set up, given that I have oxygen right here, is to put oxygen in the tanks. Although the suits themselves have not been delivered yet. And I'm not sure why they haven't. Probably just low priority. All right, one more dump of salt water, and this will be all locked. I don't know what... oh, because we dug. Oh, there's another one to shear. Keep shearing. So now we have both glossy eggs in the incubators. And I think what I'm going to do is slowly shift this ranch from fiber to plastics. Another little nice thing that I could do is... oh, I don't have the research, do I? I was going to have it put carpets down. So that we can, you know, have comfortable areas of the base where we have our toes tickled. Where is carpet? Oh, I have it? Wait. It zoomed on it. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I have, yeah, I was right here and I was just blind to it. So I'll put carpets there because I know that everyone frequents the bathroom, so that's just one way to have that little toes tickled benefit. And the entire ventilation pipe for chlorine, other than this one section, I think is... oh, no, 2 sections. But that one's reachable. Is all set to go. And it looks like I got my salt water, so let's turn this off. Actually, destroy it. And then start excavating towards the salt water. Or rather, towards the chlorine. Now that it's vacuum on the other side. So I was hoping that the suit docks would absorb a lot of oxygen so that I could produce more hydrogen so that our tanks aren't so full, and that seems to be happening, which is good. You do end up putting a ton of oxygen in there, so... I could even see putting in 8 docks and not even using them, just as like a makeshift oxygen storage. The puddle is getting pretty cleaned up, which is awesome. And yeah, we're allowing the water to drip. Cool. Oh, and our first suit. So I'm obviously not using them yet, but I will. And another thing I'm going to need to do is storage bin here, once that tile is destroyed, to store the bleach stone, because bleach stone is not something that I want hauled into my base, because it outgasses into chlorine, so yeah, that wouldn't be good. I think that's consumable ore. No? What is it then? No, it's a consumable ore. What the hell? Oh, it's there. Okay, whatever. Whatever, game. You're making me look stupid. I don't like it. And then make sure that it is not added to this. Because then that would just mustard gas my duplicates. And these outgas, I think, until they hit 2K pressure, I believe. We actually don't really need to sweep it up, though. I can just have it there to outgas. But what I want to do in this spot is to hit all the pockets so that we sort of maximize our chlorine, you know, acquisition or whatever you want to call it. So I'll do that. And then all that's left is a pump to be able to pump that lovely, lovely chlorine gas to our scrubbers. This power network, however, is... Actually, you know what? I am going to get rid of the oxygen diffusers and then see how that recalculates for power max. My duplicates probably will have a little bit of spike of stress as a result of having irritated eyes and burning lungs. But I'm their foreman and I don't care. Whoa. How often has glitch been in Chlorine? Yes. The answer to that question would be yes. Alright, so deleting the diffusers has changed the power equations so that that pump can run and not risk browning out. Right, max possible power load is 980 out of 1,000. So yeah, I was right to think that I didn't need to make any adjustments. Although it has no power now, what the hell? Oh, I think it's because our hydrogen generator cannot generate enough power to even keep everything that we have running right now running, because I am using 1.2k kilowatt and it's more than we supply. So we're at hypothetical power max. I think what I can do for a little bit at least is to not bother cooking. And also, there's not a ton of chlorine that we're going to need in this system anyway. So it's not something that we're going to need to continually supply. Once these ore scrubbers are topped up, it takes a while for the chlorine to be used. Oh, God, what are you doing? Oh, God. Don't do that. I didn't realize it started... This should be sweep only or something. I didn't realize they started to collect snow, and I'm gonna use it as temp shift plates in my liquid water. And in fact, I am running out of space for the water, so I'm gonna turn off this pump, which should actually help the hydrogen generator start to fill up the batteries again, I think. So, as far as I am concerned, we are all set to suit dock. Maybe, yeah, we're all set. The sink, however, is not getting supplied anymore. So, I need to change some of the flow patterns. Which is something I'm going to do now. So I'm going to set up the second sink to work. Done. So now both sinks will be functional. And you can see Fangface is using the suit. So, works as intended. Can I supply a second generator? Yeah, probably not of hydrogen because I'm almost out of hydrogen. If I wanted a second generator, it would likely either be coal or I'd have to tap natural gas. But again, it's outside the scope of my current project, so it's something I can think about, but I'm not doing anytime soon. Another thing I could do here is to widen my liquid reservoir, allowing me to store more water just by making it bigger. Which I'm doing now. That will solve some problems. Am I going to have a liquid lock to the right of the suit dock? Yes. I'll probably put a liquid lock right here to separate the atmos. That was the last step that I hadn't done yet. And then likely putting a carbon skimmer here, as this is going to be the lowest, or maybe even down here. It's going to be the lowest point of the base, inside the base's atmo. Oh god, I have 2 more gloss eggs. Holy hell. Alright, so let's put the gloss eggs in a separate storage bin that I'll dump. That's a lot of glossies all of a sudden. Ooh, refined copper? I don't even need to look at the dupes. They're probably unbelievable and amazing, and I just overlooked them entirely. So rip those dupes. Priorities. Chimmick, I want you ranching over everything else. I want plastic, and animal-based plastics have less ecological effects than oil-based ones. Ore scrubbers are finally fully supplied, as are... Oh, nah, that says empty... Oh, so I haven't actually reworked the plumbing. Here we go. Now the sinks are supplied, as is the carbon skimmer. This water really doesn't have anywhere to go, but I can have this water join the waste line. Like this. And then I can start using it again. And then this water over here... Actually, this plumbing is unnecessary now. I'll break that down. So I went from running low on water to running high on water. Maybe the terminology doesn't work, but I think you know what I mean. Because I have a stupid amount of water. And I'm also chilling the water. So it's producing like a cold pocket here due to all the ice temp shift plates that I put in. Further helping my, my base stay nice and chilly. I could use the destruction filter, but I felt like clicking 100 times. Alright, let me just do it like this. Much better. I wanted to turn this pump off to reroute the pipes so that they're less ugly. And then actually to move the pump to the bottom so that it can't, you know, that there's always a supply. I'll probably put the pump right there. What vent is this? This is the hydrogen vent? I'm going to do the same with it. Just to pretty things up a bit. So one more water lock here, and we will have our run to oil. And the beauty about this setup is anything beyond the airlock, I don't really need to worry about germs, because germs will be killed. So this will unfortunately have to go back to center, but digging through the slime, the ore scrubber should kill the slime in the process. So all this is just me cleaning it up so it's less messy. So that future me can understand what the hell's going on in there, because it is a mess. How many cycles away from hydrogen? 24? Yeah, we might be down to coal generators, and if that happens, we'll probably brown out a lot. Let's get those extra glossy eggs out so that the Drecos in here aren't glum. And then, as soon as we put them in here, I'll drop them out so they don't become raw egg. Although, there's nowhere to really put that raw egg. Alright, so I like this little redesign. And actually, you know what? I just realized the liquid lock could be here. And that... Yeah, alright, I'm just gonna do that. And that way, I'm not going so far east. Put the liquid lock in this spot with just a ladder down there, like that. That's maybe slightly more elegant. Well, no, I'll do it. Just because this is the column that I really wanted to use. I know, floundering, right? A man can change his mind. I forget how I was building this liquid lock. I wanted it to be somewhat pyramid so that it was easier to climb. Yeah, okay. I was building it like that. And then we'd have a ladder there. So the other thing I'm going to run into is I'm going to want to make this cable quickly so that I can actually start having running water, because otherwise the toilets and showers will cease to work if I don't fix that soon. And it looks like everyone went on break. So that fixes all the plumbing. The way it's going to be is it's going to be a bridge here. And then this running like that. Alright. I like it. The redesign, that is. So what's everyone think so far? Use the snip tool? Yeah, alright, let me use the snip tool. Snip there. Actually, I think that's the only... Oh, we'll snip here. Those are the only snips I really have to make. Although the electrolyzer is disabled until we have this done. Oops. Nope, I was wrong. I can't even see what's going on in here. This is what, 2 bridges next to one another? Destroy that left bridge. So there's a little bit of a puddle, but I'll just sweep it up. Alright, that looks right. Awesome. So electrolyzers now have a supply. This pump's out of the way. This pump can get destroyed. It's not relevant anymore. And then for the temp shift plates, I can just set them to 1. They're really low priority. I don't really care about them. It was just a way to use the ice that was otherwise going to overflow in this holding bin. I can also make this holding bin deeper. If I wanted to, I could make it so that it wouldn't easily overflow, going all the way down here. Which I think makes sense. Yeah. At some point. Again, this is really low priority. It's not part of my voted goal, so... Back to the actual voted goal, which is to search for oil. I know it was a huge buildup, but this is the work that is required to do it safely. I think, yeah, I have enough salt water that will do this lock and salt as well. One of the advantages of salt water is they're slightly less temperature sensitive than regular water. So that you run slightly lower risk of it boiling off. But if I have super hot temperatures right outside the water lock, I have way other issues. Far more serious than just, you know, than that. What are we going to use the oil for? I have no idea. You guys voted for me to get oil, but you didn't tell me what to do with it, so... I don't know. That's for you to know and for me to find out. Power, plastics... Beats me. Did I fix the... Okay, I did not snip these, though. And then, taking a look at it, it makes more sense to go this way. And in fact, it makes more sense to go... Oops, this way too. Just trying to beautify. You didn't vote for it, but... I'm sure you guys don't want to look at something hideous. So the water lock is in progress. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit one thing of slime. Just to make sure that everything works as intended. The ore scrubbers and everything else. And then once we've confirmed that it's fine, and that we've stored sterilized slime for the first time, then I can continue to search southbound for oil. Why is this unreachable? Oh, because this is... Yeah, okay, we're not done. Yeah, true. Glitch, can you even get out of there? He thinks you can't. Blueprint. I don't really want puffs, so I'm gonna crack them. Okay, I think the water storage area is far better now. It can store a lot more liquid so that if the snow overflows, it's not so detrimental. And then the plumbing, I mean, some of the cabling probably needs to get moved at some point, but a lot of the plumbing and ventilation got moved around so that it's, it looks cleaner. And also it doesn't share space with the water, which would act as an air conditioner. I mean, I might want to do that eventually if I'm temperature controlling my water to like roughly 70 Fahrenheit or 21 Celsius. To have radiant gas, but not for the hydrogen. I would do that for oxygen. So that's one way to oh, it has nowhere to go. Hold on. That's one way to, you know, air condition. Because liquid acts as a really good thermal sink. As it has much higher specific heat than gas. The last part of this is the pump. Cool. Thank you for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included, which originally streamed live on Twitch, June 29th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my gaming community, Rhadamant.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. Hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow duplicants.